There are cities that build monuments to their history, and then there are cities whose history is built into the very DNA of their people. Guangzhou. To the world, it is a dot on the map of southern China, but to those who know it, it is the relentless beating heart of global trade.
A city where the ancient and the futuristic do not just coexist, they collide, they fuse, and they create something entirely new. This is not just a story of a city. This is the story of the spirit that connects your world to ours. Over 2,000 years ago, before the Silk Road was a whisper in the desert, the Maritime Silk Road was born right here. In ancient Panyu, long before it was called Guangzhou, the tide brought the world to its shores. Archaeologists have unearthed artifacts here from Southeast Asia, India, and the distant coasts of Africa.
This city did not just participate in the first era of globalization, it invented it. But history in Guangzhou is not a quiet museum exhibit. It is forged in fire. From the devastating sacking by rebels in the 9th century to the heartbreak of the Opium Wars, this city has been broken, blockaded, and besieged. Yet, look at the wok hai, the breath of the wok. In Cantonese culture, it is the fiery, invisible energy that transforms raw ingredients into perfection. Guangzhou has wok hai. Every time the world tried to extinguish its flame, the people of the Pearl River Delta fanned the embers and rose again. Today, that ancient fire powers the largest manufacturing engine on earth. Welcome to the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, Greater Bay Area. 70 million people. An urban agglomeration that includes our offices in Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Foshan. When international businessmen think of China, they think of finished products. But the real magic happens here, in the deep industrial veins of Guangzhou. This is where the raw materials of the future are forged. Step into the high-tech labs of Huangpu district, where chemists engineer advanced polymer raw materials that will eventually become the components in European electric vehicles and Middle Eastern infrastructure. Look at the precision machinery and heavy hardware rolling out of the Foshan-Guangzhou industrial corridor. Steel forged under exacting specifications for oil and gas pipelines stretching across Central Asia. This is not cheap labor. This is supreme, terrifying efficiency. It is a supply chain ecosystem so deep that you can source the chemical compounds, design the lab systems to test them, and manufacture the heavy machinery to process them, all within a 30-minute drive. Since 1957, the Canton Fair has been the ultimate proving ground. Today, it remains the oldest and largest trade fair on the planet. But the fair is just the facade. The real business happens in the handshakes over dim sum, in the trust built over years, and in the shared understanding that a deal done in Guangzhou is a deal delivered to the world. From the factories of Tianhe to the ports of Dubai, from the labs of Huangpu to the markets of Lagos, Guangzhou is the anvil upon which the modern world is shaped. In Guangzhou, commerce is the mind, but food is the soul. There is an ancient Chinese proverb, eat in Guangzhou. To understand why, you must wake up before the sun. Cantonese cuisine is not about heavy spices or masking flavors. It is about absolute reverence for the ingredient. It is the philosophy of Wei Xian, the pursuit of ultimate freshness. A fish must be alive until the moment it hits the wok. But food here is not just sustenance. It is the great equalizer. In a city of 18 million people, where 40% are migrants from other provinces, where African, Middle Eastern, and Western expats walk shoulder to shoulder with locals, the dining table is neutral ground. Whether you are closing $1 million chemical contract or negotiating hardware prices, The deal doesn't truly start until you are sitting at a round table, pouring tea for your partner, and tapping two fingers on the table to say, "Thank you." Yum cha, drinking tea, is the unspoken language of trust in this city. To grasp the true character of the Guangzhou people, the Guangfu spirit, you must watch them play. When this city hosted the 2010 Asian Games, it didn't just build stadiums, it reimagined its entire skyline. But the true sports of Guangzhou aren't always found in arenas. They are found in the visceral, primal roar of the dragon boat races. Hundreds of paddlers moving as a single organism, driven by a drumbeat that mirrors the heartbeat of the city. It is a display of raw, communal power. It's in the basketball courts tucked between skyscrapers, where migrant workers and local executives sweat side by side.
Today, that ancient fire powers the largest manufacturing engine on Earth, and at its absolute center stands the Canton Fair, the China Import and Export Fair. Born in 1957, it is not merely a trade show, it is the undisputed heavyweight champion of global commerce. Twice a year, the world comes to Peugeot. Buyers from Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and the Americas walk these halls not just to browse, but to build. But the fair is just the grand stage. The real magic lies in the industrial veins connecting Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Foshan. This is the only place on Earth where you can engineer advanced polymer compounds, source the heavy hardware for oil and gas infrastructure, and calibrate complex lab systems, all within a single unbreakable supply chain. In Guangzhou, we don't just supply the world, we forge it.
The people of Guangzhou are famously pragmatic. They don't care about your pedigree, they care about your hustle. They are open-minded, fiercely independent, and surprisingly warm. In a country where Mandarin dominates, the fierce preservation of the Cantonese language is a quiet act of rebellion, a refusal to let their identity be swallowed by the tide of modernity. They are a people who look outward to the sea, not inward to the past. Guangzhou is a city of extremes. It is the smell of polymer chemicals in the morning and the delicate scent of jasmine tea at night. It is the deafening roar of a factory floor and the quiet hum of a night cruise down the Pearl River. For those of us who live and work here, who operate in the spaces between Shenzhen's tech, Foshan's manufacturing, and Guangzhou's trade, this city is an addiction. It is exhausting, it is relentless, and it is the most alive place on earth. To the entrepreneur in Europe looking for a supply chain that won't break, we are here. To the trader in Africa and the Middle East looking for a partner who understands your market, we are here. To the dreamer in the Americas or Central Asia looking for the frontier of the future, we are here. Guangzhou does not ask where you come from, it only asks, what can we build together? The ram of legend brought the first seeds of rice to these shores, promising that this land would never suffer famine. Today, Guangzhou offers a different kind of seed, a seed of opportunity. The river is waiting, the anvil is hot, and the city is calling. China isn't just a sourcing destination, it's a living, breathing supply chain that never stops. I arrived here in 2023 with a language to learn and a vision to build a business. 3 years later, Guangzhou Yuxi Company is operating across China and around the world. Every day, I'm visiting factories, negotiating directly with manufacturers, and ensuring that the products reaching our clients meet the highest standards. At Guangzhou Yuxi Trading Company Limited, we don't just source products, we strengthen your supply chain. If you're an indenter, importer, or business owner looking to source China's finest products, connect with our senior procurement team. We manage everything from sourcing and quality inspection to documentation and export logistics. This is what we do, and we do it every single day, right here in China.
And with that, our journey through Guangzhou comes to an end. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed this experience. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more stories and adventures from China, and tell me in the comments where I should take you next. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care